What it do, fam? It's your boy KD in the motherfucking building. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let the peoples out there know we talk boxing. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and talk about this fight between Vasiliy Lomachenko and Nakatani. Went down last night. You know what I mean? And first and foremost, let's make sure that we congratulate Vasiliy Lomachenko for getting the win over Nakatani. You know, Nakatani's a tough dude. Nakatani's a warrior. Nakatani's a guy that wasn't trying to lay down, that came to bring it. And I was looking to get the win over Vasiliy Lomachenko. So let's make sure we give Lomachenko credit where credit is due. Nakatani's definitely a top guy and deserves, and for Lomachenko deserves respect for getting the win over this guy. You know what I mean? So we're going to start the video off on a positive note. And go ahead and make sure we discuss that. Now that that's all out the way, let's talk a little bit about the fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk a little bit about this fight here, man. So, you know, this fight looked like to me in my eyes, it looked like your typical Vasiliy Lomachenko fight, man. Lomachenko is one of those guys that likes to apply a lot of pressure, likes to give a lot of angles, likes to, in some cases, throw some punches in bunches. Not really. He picks his shots very wisely. He's very sharp. And when it comes to counter punching, when it comes to picking his shots, when it comes to being very accurate with his punches. But he's one of those guys that just likes to control the entire pace of the fight, you know, and this was definitely one of those type of events, you know what I'm saying, where Lomachenko was just able to control. He was able to control everything. He was able to control the pace. He was able to control the distance. He was able to control when the exchanges happened versus when the exchanges didn't happen. He was able to really control everything that took place in this fight. And the fight went on at that pace. You know, I don't think I would have gave Nakatani one round in this fight. Lomachenko completely and utterly dominated him in this fight from round to round to round to round. You know, for me, it was just a matter of when is Nakatani gonna, you know, go to sleep? When is he gonna give up? When is he gonna fold? You know, like a lot of Lomachenko opponents, when he's able to control the fight to that degree, you know what I mean? So that was the only thing for me, man. You know, and I think the fight ended in maybe the 9th round, you know, because Nakatani is just a really tough guy. He was able to walk through a lot of punches and kind of keep it moving. He was able to maintain his composure, stay true to his style, and do things like that in order to keep the fight going. But ultimately, Lomachenko overwhelmed him, and that's what the result of the fight was. Now, let's talk a little bit about the bad, man, because I gave Nakatani credit. Nakatani's definitely a warrior. Nakatani's definitely a top guy in the division when it comes to some of the people and some of the wins he was able to collect up to that level. But let's be real, man. This dude, Nakatani, man, I'm not really impressed by him, bro. I'm not really impressed by him, and I don't, you know, the dude is very limited as a fighter to me, man. The dude is like 5'10", you know, 5'11", something around those lines. Lomachenko's like 5'5", but he's not able to control any kind of distance, man. The dude wasn't using his jab enough. The dude kept his hands really low most of the time. Dude wasn't able to put any kind of punches together. He wasn't able to use any kind of angles. He didn't really pivot. He didn't really move. He wasn't able to do much, man. This dude's skill set is just very, very, very limited, man. And you know, this is kind of like a tailor-made kind of opponent for Vasiliy Lomachenko, man, if I'm being completely honest, because although he's tall and he has the physical gifts to be able to dominate somebody like a Lomachenko, he's just skill-wise not there. He wasn't able to utilize the ring. He wasn't able to use his long jab. He wasn't able to do anything, man. So, you know, because of that, I just can't. You know, just because Vasiliy Lomachenko was able to do this to Nakatani, it doesn't mean this is in no shape or form any indication of him being able to do this to someone like a Devin Haney or a Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko, if we're being honest, man, this fight isn't really any indication of any real improvement by Vasiliy Lomachenko, if we're keeping it a buck. It was a great performance. It was your typical Lomachenko performance. But what did Lomachenko really do that was different from what he normally does when he dominates an opponent of this fashion? What did he do in order to show that if he gets in the ring with Teofimo Lopez, that he's going to beat Teofimo Lopez next time? No, nothing. He didn't do anything. What did, could you see Lomachenko doing this to somebody like a Devin Haney? No. So, you know what I'm saying? But, all that stuff aside, it was still a really good performance, and we still got to congratulate Vasiliy Lomachenko for the win. But I'm not necessarily ready to see a rematch with Teo next, which brings us to the next conversation, because right now they're pushing this Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko rematch right now on us, when really Teofimo Lopez has other pressing matters in the form of Devin Haney, in the form of unifying all those belts, in the form of becoming undisputed, the real undisputed champion at 140 pounds. So I don't like the idea that the narrative is being pushed for a Lomachenko rematch, even though if I'm Vasiliy Lomachenko, I'm going after the rematch too. I really don't like the idea that they're pushing this rematch, when in all actuality, Devin Haney needs to be the precedence, and Lomachenko needs to fight whoever the winner of that fight is. That's how things actually need to go. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's what I'm thinking about right now, man. That's the thing that's bothering me, man. Teofimo Lopez is over here entertaining a Lomachenko rematch without fighting Devin Haney, and to me, that's some bullshit, bro. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit, bro. Devin Haney needs to be the priority in this situation. Becoming a real undisputed champion needs to be the priority in this situation, So, I just hope that, moving forward, that the correct decisions are made. Now we got T.O.'s fight moved all the way to September. The dude tested positive for COVID, and it's just it really puts things on hold. Now we gotta wait on this Kambosos fight. We gotta wait till September on this Kambosos fight, which is for the most part really a meaningless fight. Kambosos is a mandatory, but unification takes precedence over mandatories. We got to make sure we say that over and over and over again, because when you talk to your average fanboy, they're going to run their mouth and they're going to say, oh, he was a mandatory. But again, unification takes precedence over mandatory. So the priority should have been Devin Haney. Then you could have fought your mandatory, and then you could have probably fought Vasiliy Lomachenko if you want to give Lomachenko a rematch, which to me, Lomachenko deserves a rematch, because Lomachenko was the long-standing champion and deserves a rematch at his belt, especially when the fight is close like that, what it was with Teofimo Lopez. So, those are my thoughts on this, man. Let me know what you guys think about this shit. Hit it up hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Let the peoples out there in the highways and the byways, let them know we talk boxing, man. But until next time, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.